live it up. Live like it's the night of your life. You got the right to live. So go and live it up. Live like it's the night of your life. Let's start the party. Start the party. Live it up. Live like it's the night of your life. You got the right to live. So go and live it up. Live like it's the night of your life. Let's start the party. Start the party.
Girl, I'm dangerous like tightrope. No talking, not that of a maestro. More like that lizard from Geico. When I lick, you go psycho. Downtown, I'm more famous than Michael. My game, I gave it to Tycho. Gene Simmons up my time. Whoa, got mind control. Damn control. Up to your spine and back down to your toes. Melt you, little mama, like pie.
It is Hump Day. Welcome to the Xander Effect. I'm your host, Xander James. Got an awesome show for you today with entertainment, sports, and video game news as per usual. And we also have a wonderful guest on the show, model, actress, and influencer Riley Sawyer pays me a visit on the Xander Effect. But first, here is Jay Sons up and at it on the Xander Effect.
We up and at it. Chase the pepper once we get it, gotta stack it. We up and at it. We up and at it. Chase the bag, run it up, I gotta have it. We up and at it, cause I gotta get to it though. Poppin' tags, getting wop, yeah, that's all I know. Bankroll, say cheese, this ain't a centerfold. Making cake, stack it up, yeah, I'm out the dough. I'm out the dough, rainy days without a raincoat. No excuses, no handouts, I ain't the scapegoat. Sunny days on the way, yeah, I'm thankful. But for now, deposit this into the bank, bro. These out here all the time. That got a check on my mind. Niggas out here wasting time. Get it right or get left behind. On my way now, going straight down. People play games, I don't play around. Getting to it, I'ma do it. Ain't no show and tell, but I'm gon' prove it. We up and at it, we up and at it. Chase the pepper once we get it, gotta stack it. We up and at it, we up and at it. Chase the bag, run it up, I gotta have it. We up and at it, we up and at it. Chase the pepper once we get it, gotta stack it. Chase the bag, run it up, I gotta have it. I need that. Bring it back. Say what? Overtime on the grind, yeah, it's on my mind. Chase the bag, get a check, sign a dotted line. Backbone, got your back, yeah, I'm on your spine. Scoliosis, line it up, I walk a straight line. Presidential cost thousands, let me see the time. Not the ball, but I really live my best life. Afterlife, run it back in my next life. Too much foul play, you know you get the tech right. Run it up, gotta get what's mine. Connect the hustle, you can see it in my eyes. Up next, it's my time. Gotta get mine. We up and at it, we up and at it. Chase the pepper once we get it, gotta stack it. We up and at it, we up and at it. Chase the bag, run it up, I gotta have it. We up and at it, we up and at it. Chase the pepper once we get it, gotta stack it. Chase the bag, run it up, I gotta have it.
That was Up and At It by Jason right here on the Xander Effect. In entertainment news, the new season of Keeping Up with the Kardashians is coming up, and apparently from what the trailer for the new season, which is season 18 that it will be coming at, will be on on the E channel starting Thursday nights. In the trailer, it seems that a fight kind of brew out between Kim Kardashian West and her sister Kourtney Kardashian after they had some sort of an argument. It was a very brief clip of what happened. Apparently, Kourtney had told Kim, you have nothing to say, which prompted her to kind of rush at Kim and kind of shove her a little bit, and in which Kim responded in kind. They kind of got into some sort of a scuffle, and Kim Kardashian got in Kourtney's face and said, "Don't ever come at me like that." Next thing that happens is that a punch is thrown, and I mean, in my opinion, it just seems that like the Kardashians they're reaching season 18. who knows if, we all know that a lot of these reality shows are scripted. Who knows if they're trying to add a little bit more spice to keep the audience entertained and still, have them watch the show. Or it's possible that Kourtney is just kind of getting tired of being consistently filmed all the time. So therefore, maybe there's some sort of tension brewing. I mean, there's always been tension between the sisters, but this got a little bit, out of control. Apparently, this has never really happened before, where the sisters actually have been physical with each other. So this may be something that could have been scripted or may not have been scripted. Who knows? The only way to find out is to go ahead and watch the show and see what happens next. In other entertainment news, Hank Azaria, who has played dozens of Springfield's Springfield's characters in the TV show The Simpsons, says that basically he's not going to play the character Apu anymore. Apu is the Indian immigrant that is the owner of the Quickie Mart. For many of you that don't watch The Simpsons or don't know about The Simpsons, which is kind of hard to believe because, let's face it, The Simpsons has been around for decades, so it'll be difficult not to know who Apu is. But Frank Azaria basically told Dave Itzkoff of the New York Times that in an interview, he basically said, once I realized that was the way this character was thought of, I just didn't want to participate in it anymore. It just didn't feel right. What Azaria is referring to is that many fans have pretty much expressed their distaste for the character Apu and have told Azaria that they've been hurt by Apu, and they don't like the way the character depicts Indian, the Indian culture, Indian people. So that's the reason why he's deciding not to, go ahead and do the voice of Apu anymore, and he's decided to do that. The executive producers of The Simpsons gave a statement saying, "We respect Hank's journey in regard to Apu. We have granted his wish to no longer voice the character." So at this point, it seems that Apu will be voiced. Who knows if he'll be voiced by somebody else or they'll just retire the character entirely. The show has been known to do that to a lot of characters. So that's still be left to be seen if whether or not they're going to go ahead and do that with the Apu character. Azaria continued, "What happened with this character is a window into an important issue. It's a good way to start the conversation. I can be accountable and try to make up for it as best as I can." So we'll see what happens with the Apu character in the next few seasons and the next few episodes, and see if they decide what executive producers decide to do with that character and its future. In other entertainment news, singer Duffy was drugged, raped, and kidnapped. She went to social media and basically decided to do a confession. The 2008 Grammy Award winner said in a post on Instagram, "You can only imagine the amount of times I thought about writing this, the way I would write it, how I would feel thereafter. Well, not entirely sure why now is the right time and what it is that feels exciting and liberating for me to talk. I cannot explain it. Many of you wonder what happened to me, where did I disappear to, and why. A journalist contacted me. He found a way to reach me, and I told him everything this past summer. He was kind, and it felt so amazing to finally speak. The truth is, and please trust me, I am okay and safe now. I was raped and drugged and held captive over some days. Of course, I survived. The recovery took time. There's no light way to say it, but I can tell you in the last decade, the thousands and thousands of days I committed to wanting to feel the sunshine in my heart again. The sun does now shine. You wonder why I did not choose to use my voice to express my pain? I did not want to show the world the sadness in my eyes. I asked myself, how can I sing from the heart if it is broken? And it slowly it unbroke. In the following weeks, I will be posting a spoken interview. If you have any questions, I would like to answer them in the spoken interview, if I can. I have a sacred love and sincere appreciation for your kindness over the years. You have been friends. I want to thank you for that. X Duffy. Please respect this is a gentle move for me to make for myself, and I do not want any intrusion to my family. Please support me to make this a positive experience. So that was a shocker to many people, the fact of the matter that Duffy was raped and kidnapped, and that's the reason why she disappeared for a long time. But in my opinion, I think that she is very brave for coming out and letting the world know exactly what happened to her and how it happened. So props to her for being so brave. I commend her for being so brave. And trust me, a lot of people are going to be looking out for that interview. In other entertainment news, Maxim model and former figure skater Riley Sawyer talks to me about how she got 15 concussions during her time as a figure skater. That's just like mind-blowing. Plus, the things that she's been up to lately and her goals when coming to the States from Canada and what she has planned for the rest of us. But first, here is Ian Guerin's Free Time right here on the Xander Effect.
Especially when the heart's been broken so many times before. Cause the last time you were asked to trust, all you got was pain, deceit, and all that bad stuff. I need you to trust me, so that one day, we too can say, we found the love that we always saw another. I don't know what you do with your free time, but I think about you. I don't know what you do with your free time, but I think about you. When you're playing blackjack, when you're out with your girls, when you're taking a nap, I think about you. Still think about the past, haven't put it behind. Still think about the past, haven't put it behind. Still think about the past, haven't put it behind. So I'ma take this chance, I'ma kiss you tonight. Still think about when you're playing blackjack, when you're out with your girls, when you're taking a nap, I think about you. Every night when sun goes down, I stay up late to do my work. But with each break that I take, you come back into my head. I can no longer take it. It's you on this too crazy. But who do I fool? I said, who do I fool? I'm known for sure. I still love you. I don't know what you do with your free time, but I think about you. I don't know what you do with your free time, but I think about you, baby. You, baby. You, baby. You,
So on the Xander Effect, I have the very lovely Riley Sawyer. She is Maxim Model, third place Maxim Cover Girl Contest winner, an actress and an influencer. How you doing, Riley?
I'm good. How are you?
It's hot. It's a freaking hot day here in SoCal, so I'm hanging in there.
It's better than being cold.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I can't deny that. So the weather is pretty good over here. I see you got a little friend with you because we're actually, for some of you that are listening, we're actually doing a video kind of thing right here. So I see that she's got like a little dog with her, cutest little thing I've ever seen.
This is Baby. She's a Pomchi. I got her a year and a half ago from the Humane Society, and since she's just been in like every music video I do, every shoot, and she's getting around.
Nice. So she's already becoming her own little star.
Exactly.
Awesome. Well, let's talk a little bit about you and how you got into this industry. From what I understand, you actually were a figure skater. That's what you started off with, but because due to concussions, you had to retire from the sport before you could actually make it to what you wanted to be. Was pretty much you wanted to be an Olympian.
Exactly, yes. So I wanted to try something else with my time that would take up the same amount of time, same energy, but obviously I couldn't skate because of my head after I had 15 concussions up to date.
Ooh.
Yeah. So modeling, I was like, let's give it a go. And it started going really well. And because I used to act when I was younger, now I act and model, and it all just took off and I really enjoy it. So that's how it all came about.
And your family actually, it came easier to you because your family owned an acting kind of school, right?
Yes, my grandma owned an acting school. So when I was younger, I grew up doing acting lessons, drama camp, all of that. So I had the experience. Yeah.
So you already had that talent ready to go.
Yes, yes.
Awesome. So talk to me about these 15 concussions. How, like, you wouldn't think, because many people like see figure skaters and they think, oh, figure skating is a pretty non-physical, like non-dangerous sport. But I mean, I've seen some of the tricks that they do and it's like, whoa, it's a little scary, but how in the world did you get 15 concussions?
Well, honestly, I'm like accident prone. So I didn't even get all of them on the ice. Most of them weren't from the ice, to be honest. I would get a lot in gym class at school.
Mm-hmm.
Once I was pushed and I ended up going over a staircase and getting a concussion. And each one, your brain is like that much worse. And so a light hit can cause one that much easier. So I'd get one and then I'd go to skating like, oh, I'm fine. Like I was like, I can do it. I'm not going to fall on my head. And doing the head first movement, we talked about, me and Cody, about how even you can get a concussion without even hitting your head. So me already having a concussion, like not aware that I had a concussion, falling on the ice, like maybe on my butt and like falling and going like that, hitting, you know what I mean? My spine just like, it
just kind of like
trigger.
Up. Yeah.
Exactly. So each one just got worse and worse. By a lighter hit would get the next one. So yeah.
Wow, I don't think anybody would really actually see that to be an issue from a figure skater, but that is crazy. I never knew that. That's a lot dangerous than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, so you retired from the sport, and I'm sure you were a little disappointed about that. That's probably like you were probably training every single day since you were a kid, and to become an Olympian. But you found another niche, which is modeling. How did you get involved in the modeling?
It first started with promo modeling. A friend just asked me to promo model for an event they were throwing. And then one day I was like, I don't want to do promo modeling, like maybe print work. Because I would do like photo shoots with my friends for fun. And they're like, you're so photogenic. So I went to a modeling agency and I signed and I started. And then I realized I was getting a lot of my own, like people reaching out to me through Instagram, photographers, all that stuff. So I just started building my portfolio. I got out of that agency and doing it on my own started going really well for me, where people were reaching out. I learned everything in the world. It's really networking. So I feel like that's a strength of mine, networking.
Mm-hmm.
So being good at that, I networked, built my portfolio, met people, and it just started building, and it went really good for me.
And I mean, the other thing too, you also had to go ahead and weed out the weirdos from the legit people, I'm sure.
100%. 100%.
It's like, oh, hey, I want to go ahead and take a couple pictures of you. You just need to be topless. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure you got a lot of
No,
those.
yeah, no, there definitely are people who try to take advantage of models, who, like, they're not photographers, but they want, and that's why at the end of the day, it's important to have a strong team around you, whether that be in your family, friends, that you can pass things by them and just hear their advice. Is this a good move? Is this not? So that's what I learned, because my parents, they're very supportive of me.
So you're doing modeling and acting simultaneously at the same time. How is the acting going for you so far? I mean, I know that you were a part of Toronto's version of Shark Tank, so you have that. But I mean, what else have you been up to besides that?
Mainly with acting right now, I've been using my acting skills to portray myself better in music videos. I really enjoy music videos. I love them because it feels like it's like improv. Play that character. Okay, here we go. I love music videos. So I model and act in a lot of music videos. That's been the main thing, but I'm hoping to do more film work and commercials.
Are you like possibly, since you're really involved in the music industry and music videos, are you also probably trying to also get into like singing at all or doing something with music?
Well, yes, I have my first single coming out very soon. Yes, it's called Rendezvous. Baby, my dog, she's on the track.
Nice.
I have Young Stitch on the track, and he's featured, as well as Jared Ian. You might know him by the song You Can Have It All.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. That's awesome. That's awesome. So, wow. So you're pretty much like touching every single facet that you can. And on top of that, you're also like, I'm actually assuming here that you have an Instagram, kind of like a little Instagram show, like the people are, like a little travel kind of small Instagram video thing that you're doing.
Instagram videos. Well, my Instagram's RILEEYS. I have all my content that I do daily on it, and when I travel, everything's on there, on my stories and on my posts.
So, but what I'm saying is that what you're doing is you're also doing like this is part of what you're doing as well. You're doing like videos and stuff like that.
Like a brand ambassador for brands?
Yes, correct. That's what you're also doing as well.
Yeah, so that's how it started. It started out with modeling when I went on Cobra Mask. I went on Dragon's Den wearing Cobra Mask. So that's the Canadian version of Shark Tank. It's called Dragon's Den. And so I was a bikini model for a snorkel mask. So I went on wearing the mask, giving the mask to the dragon. And that's how it started, being a brand ambassador for Cobra Mask. And then other brands reached out to me after that saying, oh, do you want to rep my brand? I'm like, sure. And it just took off as well.
Wow, at 20 years old, you're a hustler. You're like, you're straight. You're not even 21. You're about to turn 21 soon, and you're not even legal to drink here in the States. You're already having like business coming at you left and right. I mean, are you going to school at all?
I did go to school. I studied psychology for a bit, and I studied for teeth branding, so I'm certified for teeth branding, eyelash extensions, and all that. Yeah.
Wow. So you're educated. You're talented. You got the trifecta right here, like pretty much at this point. So well, I mean, but you're out in Toronto. Like, what are you hoping to accomplish out here, like here in the States at this point?
I'm hoping I started my own talent agency this year. It's called Chic Toronto. So I represent models, actors, and animal actors. So Baby, that's what she's getting through my agency. So
that's awesome.
I'm working on that. And when it comes to networking in the States, hopefully networking for my talent, for opportunities for my talent over there. And as well, if there's any opportunity I feel would be beneficial for me. As my main focus, yes, my modeling and acting is important to me. It's as important to me as my agency, my roster that I have too. So I'm always on the lookout for my team as well as myself and Baby here.
That's awesome. So many people tend to have different descriptions of influencers. You consider yourself an influencer. What exactly would you define as an influencer specifically about you?
I think an influencer, which I suit my description, I personally feel, is someone who's responsible, able to guide the next generation coming, people that can look up to you and be like, oh, I want to do that. And it's about always inspiring people to truly be themselves, do their thing. And I'm very much so like that.
No, that's awesome. And obviously you've traveled a lot, I'm sure.
Yes, I've traveled quite a bit. Yeah.
Where have you been? Where have you been exactly?
I went to back and forth from Florida quite a bit. I've been to Florida. I've been to New York. I've been quite a few places, but those are my two favorite places.
I was about to ask you which ones are your favorites, actually. Have you been to California yet?
Not yet.
Oh.
I'm super ready to go. I have it planned for my birthday, and I'm super excited.
Nice, nice. Well, I mean, I know this might be a little kiddie thing. I don't know, but definitely you should go to Disneyland when you're out here, for your birthday, because that's, my birthday's coming up very soon as well. And that's something that I'm actually hoping on doing, going to Disneyland for my birthday, because I've been wanting to go ahead. I haven't gone in years, and I haven't gone. God, it's been a little over. It's been about 20 years since the last time I went to Disneyland. So yeah, I mean, yeah, and I live here. I live in SoCal, so you'd think that I'd be there like all the time. Yeah, I have it. It's very convenient for me. I mean, I have it down like it's literally 45 minutes away from me. Like it's not that far, but it's expensive. It's super expensive. Yeah, but that's cool though. Yes. So, like I said, your 21st birthday is coming up. Your plan is to come out here to California for your birthday. What else do you have planned for your birthday? Because it is the big 21. So.
Yes. So my friend who, because of their job, they're busy during their season ends for in the summertime. So like they're free in the summer. So I was like, let's go to LA. And he's like, let's go. So I'm waiting for him to be prepared to go. He loves the casino. So casino in Las Vegas he wants to go to. And then as well, my cousin lives in LA, and I really want to network. I want to do some shoots there. I want to see that lifestyle if that's something I want, because personally, based on other people's experiences, it just feels like I would suit that lifestyle, and I'm really hoping to hopefully move to the States soon.
That's really cool. So in all the stuff that you've been acting and everything you've been portraying, what's your favorite character to portray?
I love playing the role of the girl who's like mad. Mad? I can act good. I can pull a scene. Yeah, I remember once I was doing improv and we were on set, and so one of the securities didn't realize it was an acting scene. And then he came over and was like, oh my God, and pulled this up. It was like, oh my God, that was acting. So, yeah.
Well, that's how you know that you're actually doing a good job is when somebody like just walks by and is like, whoa, is that for real, or is that acting? Are they going to kill each other? Let's watch. It's like, but that's the funny thing is that even if you're not acting, they still are just going to stand there and watch to see what happens next.
Exactly.
It's a live soap opera, so there you go. What do you out here when you go ahead and you get casted for a part? Who would you like to work with out here? Like as far as directors, actors, who would be the ideal person for you to work with?
Ideally, at the end of the day, every booking I do, I work with different photographers for each shoot, and I've worked with a lot of talented ones. I tend to work with the same ones because I really like the way they shoot, the way they work and everything. So I don't have an exact photographer or anyone where I'm like, I want to work with them. Like I'm always open-minded to working with new people, and I love to work with new people. I love meeting new people. But the ones that I work with, like, I think they're so awesome. And
no, but
I love.
Well, what I'm asking is, as far as acting is concerned, not so much modeling, but acting. Like, are there any particular actors that you would like to work with? Any directors that you would like to work with?
Actors? I can't say there's any actors. I don't really like. I'm not the type of person who's like, oh my God, that.
You're not starstruck. Oh my God, you don't get starstruck.
No, I don't. I'm like the type of person. Okay, what role is it? Is that a role that I would like to play that I could portray the best? And let's do it. Like I'm serious when it comes to like my work. So it's like that instead of like, oh my God, that person's on set. I don't get stuck by like a name. I really don't.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. So you're very level headed. You're very, grounded as far as all that kind of stuff is concerned. I mean, I could see that because, I mean, it looks like you've already been in the industry, since you were a kid anyway. You already had the mindset that you were going to be somewhere big anywhere in public eye anyway. So you're already like set your mind to that, whether it was with figure skating, modeling, or acting. You knew some way, somehow you were going to be there. So you've already like set your mind to, nothing's going to phase you at all.
Exactly. Everyone's human. At the end of the day, everything's a job that each person does, whether it's something in the public eye or not. Everything's just as important because everyone makes the world go round.
I like that. That's very true. Like everybody always, because since I live here, I live in, the Hollywood capital, acting capital of the world over here. So when I go out different places, I mean, you see different actors like, oh my God, that's so it's just, they're just, they put their pants on one leg at a time like the rest of us do. Like, come on, it's not, they eat, they have flesh and blood, they have bones, they break just as we do. They're not Supermen, So
yeah,
it's one of those things where I feel you on that. I understand you completely. So, but that's really cool though. So, okay, so you got your song coming out, your single coming out very soon. When is that coming out? Do we have a
coming
date?
out next? We don't have a date yet, but it's coming out next month. We decided we want to do a remake on it and get the music video all done because it's like going to be really hot. And I'm like, oh, I'm so excited for everyone to see it all. And one, they're going to be like, oh my God.
I love that though. Hopefully, you guys get to like have me play it on the show because I do, I do play music on the Xander Effect. So,
okay.
Yeah, I definitely do play music on here. So I would love to go ahead and do the premiere or at least showcase the song on the Xander Effect. It'd be an honor to do that. What else do you have going on for 2020?
2020, I have a lot of hot, exciting things that are still like low key, but it's going to be really hot and everyone's going to be very shook. But I keep coming out with new surprises, whether it's the talent agency I started or the song I have coming out. I'm working on a lot of music too right now with different artists. So not just the song Rendezvous is my single that it's going to be coming out, but not just that song. I'm working on, if you know the song called On My Way, it's a remix of Hold Ya by Elijah. It got about 7 million views. So me and him right now are working on a song called Roll Up. So I'm super excited about that.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited for you. One last time so that way people could go ahead and stalk you. Where can we find you on social media?
You can find me on Instagram at RILEEYS.
Riley S. Awesome. Well, you know what? Thank you so much, Riley Sawyer, for being on the Xander Effect. I hope to get you on the show again once you have your release, because I'd love to talk about the release. I'd love to talk about the music video. I'd love to see that cute little dog again. Oh, he's freaking yawning right there. He's like, well, such a cute little thing, isn't he? I'm sorry. Again, I get stupid when I see dogs like that. I'm like, oh, it's a big dog. Thanks so much, Riley, for being on the Xander Effect. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Thanks so much, Riley, for being on the Xander Effect. Hope to have you on the show very soon once again. In sports, LeBron James outscores the rookie Zion Williamson 40 points in their first encounter. The LA Lakers met up against the New Orleans Pelicans on Tuesday at the Staples Center, beating them 118-109. In the post-game interview, LeBron James basically said, quote, "The kid is special. We all know that. They have got a good one in him. He is playing exceptional basketball. I think his game is going to get better and better just having that experience." Williamson missed about 44 games in the beginning of the season due to a knee injury, but since then he's managed to average about 23.3 points per game. So he's doing very well for himself. And when asked about meeting up against LeBron James, Williamson said, "It was a great experience. He's an incredible player. His resume speaks for himself. He handled business. He came out here and did what he had to do to help his team get the win." So the Lakers right now are doing wonderfully. They are currently the top team in the Western Conference with 44 wins and 12 losses. The Pelicans are actually 10th with 25 wins and 33 losses. So we'll continue to see how the Lakers do in the next few games during this season. LeBron James is still quote an emotional wreck over the death of Kobe Bryant, but it's amazing that he's still putting up the points that he's putting, even though he's still very emotional over what happened over his mentor, Kobe Bryant, and over that tragedy that happened. So. It's amazing to see how LeBron still continues to honor the legacy of Kobe by playing the game that he's playing currently. In other sports news, Maria Sharapova retires from tennis after so many years of watching her play the sport of tennis. She is finally saying goodbye, and she wrote it on Wednesday. She says, "Tennis, I'm saying goodbye. Tennis showed me the world, and it showed me what I was made of. It's how I tested myself and how I measured my growth. And so in whatever I might choose for my next chapter, my next mountain, I'll still be pushing, I'll still be climbing, I'll still be growing." Sharapova has been around for many years. She's won 5 career Grand Slams, including Wimbledon in 2004 when she was just 17 years old. Of course, we all know that she had an amazing rivalry against Serena Williams. She won the U.S. Open in 2006, the Australian Open in 2008, and the French Open twice in 2012 and 2014. But her career did have, of course, a little bit of controversy when she tested positive for a banned substance in 2016, in which many tennis aficionados basically called her a cheater, and some, even including Jeannie Bouchard, said that she deserved a lifetime ban. So, but even through all that, she still continued to do the best she could. She was no longer quote cheating anymore. So she continued to play the best game that she could, and therefore now she is saying goodbye to the game of tennis. In other sports news, Boston Red Sox prospect from Taiwan has been quarantined for the coronavirus. The 20-year-old pitcher Chi Jung Liu basically was signed in late 2019 for a $750,000 signing bonus. He was clocked at throwing a 98 mile per hour fastball. So this guy is definitely a good acquisition for the Boston Red Sox, but unfortunately right now they're keeping an eye on him to make sure that he is not infected with the coronavirus, which would be unfortunate, seeing as this virus is very much getting out of hand, getting dangerous worldwide. And turns out Liu is actually the second player to be quarantined. Earlier this month, the Red Sox went ahead and quarantined 26-year-old Zhu Weilin, who is also from Taiwan, because apparently the Red Sox are taking they're taking super crazy precautions over anybody that's coming in from that side of the world, because there's 80,000 people infected with this virus globally, so they're not taking any chances whatsoever. They're being they're taking super precautions, but so far it seems that Liu has been communicating with his fans via Facebook. And he's been letting them know that he's been working out, he's been jogging, he's been eating 3 times a day, and he's been keeping tabs on the team and everything. So it's he's doing fine so far, but of course they're still keeping an eye on the pitcher, and hopefully nothing's wrong, but it's just a precaution. So we'll see what happens in the next coming weeks. Up next is video game news, and I got some pretty cool news for a lot of you Samurai Jack fans out there. But first, it is Amanda Holly's Get It Boy right here on the Xander Effect.
Boy, you got me tripping. You stay up on my mind. The reason that my heart beats if you leave a flat line. such a connection. Just let the stars align. Baby, make a wish and close your eyes. I don't wanna miss this, no. I don't wanna let this go. Something I just wanna know. Tell me what you're wishing for. You pull up the whip, it's Ferrari, and take me on trips to Dubai. But they don't compare to the feelings that you got me feeling inside. 'Cause I know, yeah, I know, yeah, I know, I know you got it. I know, yeah, I know, yeah, I know, I know you got it. I know, yeah, I know, yeah, I know, I know you got it. I know, yeah, I know, yeah, I know, I know you got it. Get it, boy, go and get it, boy. Get it, boy, go and get it, boy. I know, yeah, I know, yeah, I know, I know you got it. I know, yeah, I know, yeah, I know, I know you got it. Get it, boy. Boy, I love the way you feel so right. You're my shelter, you're the light behind my light. The finest in the world, the way you make me feel like I only know. Let this go, no, no. Something I just wanna know. Tell me what you're wishing for. You pull up the whip, it's Bugatti, and take me on trips to Dubai. 'Cause even before you was something I wanted to be by your side. 'Cause I know, yeah, I know, yeah, I know, I know you got it. I know, yeah, I know, yeah, I know, I know you got it. I know, yeah, I know, yeah, I know, I know you got it. I know, yeah, I know, yeah, I know, I know you got it. Get it, boy, go and get it, boy. Get it, boy, go and get it, boy. I know, yeah, I know, yeah, I know, I know you got it. I know, yeah, I know, yeah, I know, I know you got it.
That was Amanda Holly's Get It Boy. In video game news, Samurai Jack, the Cartoon Network series that recently actually he received a conclusion on Adult Swim, is getting its first video game since 2004. Now, there's been a trailer about Samurai Jack, and it's going to be called, the game is actually going to be called Samurai Jack Battle Through Time. And the trailer that they have out for right now mostly is just clips of the and snippets of the cartoon itself, and it's gonna show the hero fighting enemies with his trademark samurai sword, with sticks, tridents, hammers, and also some machine gun type stuff. So right now it seems that they're still working on exactly when the release will be for it, but make sure all you Samurai Jack fans out there keep an eye out, because many fans were disappointed with the last game that Samurai Jack had, and they basically saw it as just a cash grab for the Game Boy Advance and PlayStation 2. So they're hoping that this new game that they have for Samurai Jack, for a lot of Samurai Jack fans, will do it some justice. So, but there's still no set date as to when the game will come out. All they're saying is that it'll come out in the next few few months or so, and it'll be available on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC in a few months time after that. So We'll see how everything goes when the new version of Samurai Jack comes out. In other video game news, Shovel Knight is a new genre of puzzle games, and basically it's a part of the company Yacht Club Games, which they announced that Shovel Knight Pocket Dungeon is a dungeon crawling puzzle game starring the studio signature character, starring the studio signature character. And what's going to happen is that this game is a part of the Rogue Elite. So the rooms will be random, and you'll likely have to restart if you die. So that's pretty. It's your typical puzzle game that the Yacht Club Games is coming out with. The game is somewhere between Rogue Elite and a puzzle game. That's pretty much what Yacht Club said. Which, based on the trailer, it seems that Shovel Knight will be doing a standard falling block. It'll be just like a standard falling block puzzle game, which he'll also be a part of the board himself. So it's your standard puzzle game that should be very entertaining to many people. Yacht Club still has not announced what platform it's going to be on exactly, but more than likely it'll end up being for mobile devices, tablets, and things like that. That's it for the Xander Effect. Thank you so much for listening. Join me next time as I have up-and-coming hip-hop artist John Doe on the show, and he talks to me a little bit about his hit, Ring. That's the news, in case you haven't heard it. See you next time.
Live it up. Live like it's the night of your life. You got the right to live. So go and live it up. Live like it's the night of your life. Let's start the party. Start the party. Live it up. Live like it's the night of your life. You got the right to live. So go and live it up. Live like it's the night of your life. Let's start the party. Start the party.
Girl, I'm dangerous like tightrope. No talking, not that up a maestro. More like that lizard from Geico. When
The Xander Effect is powered by 50/50 Global Music Inc., BMG, and Sony Music The Orchard, in association with Art 19 Media.